So the fun does not stop there, guys and girls, and everyone in between. We have, hopefully, Aaron McLean popping in the next few minutes if he's not already here. Make yourself known, sir.
He is here. I'll invite him in.
Excellent. Aaron, I've got a bone to pick with him. I cannot. I cannot. Hey. Hi.
What's going on? How are y'all doing?
Really well, thank you. Welcome to the Shady Book Club. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well. I appreciate it.
Your accent. What's your Americans on tonight? So we have your friend JJ Johnson, author, here.
Jay.
Yeah, we're so grateful to have you on.
Yeah, thank you.
And let's dive into some questions. Unless you've got anything pressing you want to tell us.
Nothing pressing.
Brilliant. Okay, cool. So tell us when your first book was published, please.
May of 23.
23.
Yep.
Yeah, I literally just said 23 as well. It's a good year for book writing. And that was...
Yeah, it was. It was, I wrote it, it's called Where the Tide Meets the Sand. But oddly enough, I wrote it on a dare.
A dare?
Yeah. I did. I was being told about a book, the plot, and I made a joke that I think I could write something a little better because I wasn't tracking it. And we'll do it. And so I did, and 2 years later, here we are with book 2 published and book 3 nearly complete.
Okay, so is just complete nosiness, is book 3 the best friend of the FMC in the book 2?
No. No, it is not.
Darn it. Okay, fine. I'll stick to regular.
But I will say that book 5 that is being explored. That is an idea. If you're talking about Mallory.
Absolutely, she's
everyone loves Mallory. I had a lot of fun writing her. But that is being explored for book 5, possibly book 4. I don't know. We'll have to see. But it's on the table.
I love that. Yes. So I haven't finished the book that we set out to read. I take forever to read, apparently. I've only just figured that out once starting a book club. But I am at like 88%. I'm right near the end of Chase and, I can't remember her name. Savannah's story. And I am raging. I need them to just sort themselves out now. I'm so angry. But yeah, so it's good I'm glad to hear that Mallory hopefully gets to have her moment in the spotlight. What are your ideal writing conditions? What do you need to let the juices flow?
Music for one. But when I write, it depends. Mainly it is instrumentals, blues, jazz, but during certain scenes, it is a lot of R&B, some of the old school classics. But if it's not a spicy scene, then it's going to be an instrumental.
Really chill. Fair. What parts of writing books do you find most difficult? What sections make you really have to bear down?
The breaking aspect, when it is time to break, mainly the MMC. It's not the hardest part. The break is leading up to that. Just in a sense of why it's happening.
Yeah.
Why and how do we get there? Because at times it needs to happen. I'm personally a fan of the heartbreak in the story, but yeah, I'd say that's the hardest part, other than coming up with the damn names.
Fair enough. how do you deal with writer's block? What gets you through your...
It would, mine, I don't, I don't like to call it writer's block. I call it, lack of motivation. But the, music for one, I mean, that's the thing. Depending on where I'm at, most recently, my lack of motivation was, I was stuck on the one part I was just talking about, on the break. How do I lead, and get up to that? And finally, came across the right song, and it put me in my bag and of emotions. But and I got it where it needed to go.
Excellent. Where's my thing? Are any of your characters based on people that you know or yourself?
No. So I mean, with some of the, I gotta word this carefully. There are certain aspects within the story that resemble me, but I don't portray any character to be anyone I know. For the simple fact of if whatever the case is, whether it's eventually having to kill someone off, or a heartbreak or anything like that, I don't want, I don't want to make it awkward.
Fair enough. Have you learned anything about yourself, considering you were dared to write this? Have you learned anything about yourself with this process or this style of storytelling? Have you learned something about yourself whilst doing it?
Learned something about, I learned a little more, just in terms of the love aspect, being a fan of love. But within that, it's the ability to portray the ins and outs of it, the good, the bad, the ugly. I call it real, raw, and reckless. And that's a part that I lean heavy on, because I want everyone to feel like it can, or that it has happened. And I mean, that has a lot to do with the way I write, third person, and my background within writing, the cadence, and basically the tempo of how fast it goes. So yeah, I mean, I've expanded on that, but that's one thing that I enjoy.
Love that. I love that. So I read somewhere that you were a songwriter.
Correct.
So, do you sing?
No, God, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I will sing like hell as long as the music is so loud you can't hear me.
Okay. So, being a songwriter, did you find it easy to switch from song to book, or was there a whole...
It's similar in a sense, just because of, you have a story to tell, but the issue with it is, back when I used to write songs, I would have, if you got a 3-minute song, you take out the chorus, take out the melodies, the instrumentals, you roughly have 52 seconds to paint that picture. So the biggest issue I've had with the books is being too descriptive, trying to paint that perfect picture. And so I'm learning to dial it back some, but and also the repetitiveness of, I do have a tendency to use a couple phrases, 25 too many times. But yeah, I mean, there are some similarities, but it hasn't been a major transition. It just depends on, I guess, if I didn't write the type of music I did, it may be a little more difficult.
So what type of music did you write? Is it anything that me across the pond would have heard of? It would have to be.
Yes, I wrote a lot of R&B, a little bit of country, but mainly R&B. I did write several songs that were worldwide, and I cannot tell you the song names, so I'm sorry. However, there were several artists, and I had a good time. I miss it from time to time, but I enjoy writing a book much more than a 3-minute song.
Yeah. So it's not something you do at all anymore?
No, I have not written a song in, God, it's been quite a while. At least 15 years.
Wow. So you were writing songs when you were 15 then? I get you.
When I was, I'm a little older than that now.
You caught up with me. Cool. So let's talk about this, the announcement that I saw you give us earlier.
Yes, ma'am.
Stop immediately. I can't cope. You're going to make me all hot and sweaty.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just it says audiobook. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very, very well done. I cannot wait to hear. Is this for your first, second, or which book?
Echoes. It's for Echoes of Us. So you will get Chase.
Can't say I'm sorry about that. That's amazing. Although I'm currently feel like I'm banging my head a bit against the brick wall with the part of the book I'm at, but that's all part and parcel of the second chance kind of trope. Do you have a say in who is going to be your voice actors?
Yes. I can't discuss a lot of it, but I do make recommendations and then I do the final approval. So that's I'm excited about that. There are some people in mind, and I hope we can go that route.
Love that. I do want to go back and read your first book, but clearly I need to finish. Shah, did you get through all of Echoes?
I read it all in a day. The fastest book I have ever read and completed. The first male author I have ever read, and I take everything back. Men can write romance. I'm sorry, they can't. I always say it's all about women authors because women know what women want. But I no longer stand by that comment. I take it back. I was wrong, and that was unbelievable. I loved how raw it was, how I actually felt the emotion through the book, and I thought that was completely insane. Anita, it does finish good, so carry on reading and getting to the end because you will love it. It was gorgeous. I loved it.
Thank you. Yeah, it is. I am apparently now known for romance mind games, because I will definitely mess with your head in the book. But it's good. Apparently I enjoy it because I wrote it, but it's a lot of things you don't, just when you think you know what's about to happen, you don't.
Yeah. I think that's a really, like the statement you made about, because I've been reading like from such a long time, it's insane. But I read some male authors back then and I kind of veered away from them because the actual spicy scenes were so far-fetched almost. It was a little bit unrealistic.
Yeah.
And it almost felt a little bit grapey while I was reading it. And I was just like, this isn't giving, it's not giving anything other than someone's going to be in pain tomorrow and it's never the man. So it was, I was almost waiting for the line to be crossed with you, and you never did that. You did surprise me. You just nailed it. I completely agree with you, Shah.
Yeah, I mean that it goes back to the way writing real. That's and I want people to see that one, there are guys out there like that. in a sense of the feeling and being vulnerable, and I want to portray that. But also when it comes to the spice, I have no issue writing it. I enjoy it. It's fun, but I want it to fit into the story instead of the story trying to fit into all the spice. But with all of that, the spice definitely feels real. Like it's not far fetched. You know, everything in the book can happen.
Yes, I think that's why that's why I almost cried, because I had to put my phone down and be like, I need a second, because I feel like I've been here before. I think the reason why I read like the Mafia, the Stalkers, that's what I read a lot of that, because it's so far removed from my life. So reading a Chase Montgomery is like, I've met a guy like this in my life. I can completely submerge myself into it to the point where I found myself going, I need a second. I need a minute because I'm going to lose it. And I think, again, that's also a really nice almost palate cleanser to the like more intense stuff that I do read. Your books bring me back to a form of reality-ish, even though it's still very much.
Yeah, no, I understand, and that's the goal, because I mean it's a lot of, I mean there's a lot of like dark romance, and that's not my style, it's not me, but you know, Echoes is a good palate cleanser in a sense. But it does, like you said, reel you back to reality. But also make you feel like it could happen, or like you just said, it has happened, or there's been that one person, or could be.
Yeah. I love it. Absolutely love it. So with obviously your career being fairly new in like your author like status, whatever. Will you, I mean, maybe not like dark romance, but will you play around with your tropes, so to speak? So this is, I think, your first book is the two that are already in Echoes. Am I
Yes.
correct? Yeah, right. So, but that was also like, how do I put it? They obviously had their reconciliation as well.
Yeah, second chance.
Their second chance. Is that just your, copying you now, second chance? Is that kind of your lane? Is that where you think you'll stay? Or are you going to give us something slightly different trope-wise? Like,
I can't speak for what's coming because I don't know. I am a fan of second chance, just for the sense of if it's supposed to be, then it needs to try to make its way back. But I mean, it goes to the sense of, you know, how I feel about the writing, but also about love in a sense, or relationships in general. But I will say that with the second chance, it's hard for me to categorize my tropes just because I blend a lot. You know, it'll be rom-com, it'll be second chance. You know, book 3 is forbidden. You know, it's a forbidden love. But it's also a second chance, slow burn. There's a lot of tension. Apparently I'm a fan of tension because I put a lot of that in the story. But it's similar in a sense of there will be a ton of tension until it just snaps. But book 3 has quite a bit more spice.
can't cope. Yeah, fair.
And I mean, when I say quite a bit, it is very detailed. It's still very realistic, but it's detailed.
I love that. I love it. Excellent. Do you have any other questions, Shah? Because I am unraveling.
Other than I loved it, and he's made top 10 book boyfriends, and I've read thousands of books. So
He's a dream. I really want to go to his house. Like, his house in my mind is so
picture perfect.
Yeah.
It really is. It is. That is my dream house.
Your dream house.
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you read a lot yourself, or do you just?
I do read, although I do not read romance.
Okay, fair enough. I love that you just kind of was dared to do something, and now you're like talking about book 5, and you just kind of went with it.
Yeah, well, I enjoy it. I mean, so after I wrote my first book, I didn't plan on writing anymore. But honestly, back in, I want to say February, I, listened to some music and heard a song, and I was like, damn, like that, the feeling that song gave me, I was like, I need to try to give people this same feeling. I mean, it was a sad song, but it was one that, I mean, it inspired the entire book of Echoes. So, I mean, that's just came home and cracked open my laptop and began writing, and here we are.
Amazing. Would you attempt to do some of the voice acting? Put your own voice in there?
Oh God, that I have heard this so many times. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I don't think I have the voice for to be a narrator. I mean, I like to talk, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I am intrigued. It's 50-50.
Okay. Fair. I love that. I don't think I've got any more questions. You answered a lot of my questions with some of your answers, but if you could cast the movie of, let's say, Echoes, who would you cast, even if it's just FM and MMC?
That is a tough question.
You put him on the spot.
I have not thought about that.
Did I just write this question down? I keep adding questions to my list, and I've probably already pre-sent them and then gone, oh, this is a good one, and I just throw it in.
Yeah, so who would be... I'm trying to think of who would make a good Chase.
I'm thinking that all day.
Apparently, I need to. Let's see. I have no idea. I mean, who do you think?
Again, I've been thinking about it. I haven't come up with anybody. How are you
gonna ask me?
Because it's your book. Maybe you thought about it before. I don't know. I do see him. For some reason, for me, he's the stereotypical tall, dark, and handsome, like dark hair.
Yeah.
But he would need to be. I mean, it's all the tattoos for me. I can't. As soon as I start thinking about tattoos, my brain just goes like.
Yeah, I mean you can always add tattoos and production or makeup or whatever. But yeah, I can't think of anyone. Like I'm gonna have to Google the shit now. Like I'm intrigued. Like who would I want in the movie?
I didn't think of the FMC, but I definitely have. I don't know. The FMC, she would have to be. I don't know, because right now, where I am in the book, I can't stand her.
That's
so I don't know who I would choose to be.
That's common.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill.
He could totally, yeah. He could. In his Batman days. Did he do Batman or was it Superman? One of the two.
Superman.
Yeah, that kind of dude, that Superman looking, Clark Kent almost.
Yeah.
Just add the tattoos.
Yeah, I mean I can see it. He's definitely got the damn jawline for it.
Absolutely.
Damn, has he?
Agreed. I love that. Okay, so we're trying to cast your movie. Who would you pick for Mallory, Shah?
Oh, Mallory. Love that girl.
Pardon, isn't it?
Have you got someone in mind?
No, I do see her with like wild hair though. Brittany Snow for Mallory. Brittany Snow.
Oh, that's a good one.
Who?
Brittany Snow.
Yeah, that's a go.
I'm Googling that now. Can't picture her face. Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, that's I have a thing for redheads, so I mean I'm all for it.
Yeah, I do see her as like the fiery redhead Mallory. Is she redheaded in the book? Did I read that? Or am I making?
I don't remember if I put that. I don't think. No, I did not. But I picture her as a redhead. She's very feisty, like one.
Yeah, agreed.
I say either that or what's the woman's name from Riverdale? Mendez.
I did watch Riverdale actually. I watched loads of it, apart from the last bit. I get a little bit distracted as soon as they have a break to bring out the next one. That's why I wait until things are finished and then I watch it all at once. I think there was a break until they brought out like the 7th series or something.
Camila Mendez. I think she'd be a good Mallory.
Oh yeah. She's almost got like that olive skin tone thing going on as well. Where is she from? Well, she's Mendez, so I'm gonna completely guess. Brazilian descent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
She could totally be Mallory. Mallory could totally be like have that whole Latina vibe because she's.
She is. That's Mallory is definitely a favorite. Between that and Chase being the book boyfriend.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I zoned out a little bit. Big fans of Chase and Nate. I really liked Nate as well.
Yeah, Nate wasn't. He made. I mean, it wasn't. He wasn't in the book a whole lot. It was more of for banter. But Nate was a cool guy. But that yeah, might have to see what happens with Mallory in the future.
Bring back Nate. He was cool. He was a very cool character. So I basically need. So my uncle lived in North Carolina for a few years. His wife had work, so they left. They went and lived there, and I never got to go. And now I'm like, not now I'm gutted. I was gutted back then too, but now after reading this, I'm severely gutted that I never got a chance to go and visit. So that's another place on my travel list.
Never know, you may run into Chase.
That's the whole reason I'm coming now.
He's looking for that house.
Looking for the house?
I'm looking for the house.
All right. And if you think Chase is something, just wait till you meet Griffin.
Oh, good name. I'm so glad he didn't say my second name. Don't call anyone Grayson, just for my benefit, otherwise I cannot read it.
No, oddly enough, that was going to be the name.
You just skimmed past it. Griffin's good enough.
Yep, Griffin is book 3.
Yeah, excellent. Oh, it's been awesome talking to you.
Yeah, it's been
as well.
As soon as Mallory's book comes out, you'll be right back in this little square box telling us about it.
I'm all for it.
And there will be lots of spam once I finish this book and I can summon the strength to make a video about it so we can spam your account furthermore.
I mean, that's fine. I'm here for it. And I mean, Chase is something else now. I mean, he is one of a kind in a sense for the whole book boyfriend thing, but I don't know. He's one of those, like, I think it'd be cool as shit to hang out with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a guy. Female, I don't know.
I mean, you couldn't get too close as a female unless you wanted to.
True.
Exit immediately stage left, but.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was about exit stage left. I mean, you got chapter 24 through 27. It's not that bad.
Not that bad. You know what? No one wants to be a Jenna in this story, though. If you meet a Chase Griffin, I might, but I kind of want to be more of a Savannah in this. No, not even her actually at this point.
The way you dealt with that situation, though, was 10-10.
10-10. 10-10. I think I just want to be Mallory at this point because she's just brilliant all the way through.
I mean, that's probably the, like I said, I had a lot of fun writing a lot of the scenes, and I mean the whole book in general. But Mallory, just the way she banters, that is essentially like I will banter with anyone. We can go toe to toe, but that is I had a lot of fun writing that.
Yes, Tony, you will have to add them to your TBR for sure. One of our girls is going to look you up, give you a good old follow.
I appreciate it.
So yeah, Aaron, I don't have any more questions for you. Again, it's been amazing talking to you, but you've answered all of my questions within all of the other questions. Shah, do you have anything else?
I don't think I do, no.
No problem. I'm just reading through them again. This multitasking thing really isn't for me.
I understand that.
Oh, last question. Do you have loads of sisters or loads of female friends? Because how on earth have you managed to nail the girl talk that happens so easily?
I've lived well.
I want to ask so many more questions just from that statement. But you do. Listening to Mallory and Savannah talk, you would think it was someone who has that insight, to girl talk. So again, just another way to say that you absolutely smashed it.
Thank you. No, I mean I have siblings, but a lot of it was just the. I like to say that I've lived enough for about 4 lifetimes, so it's just compiling the years into a story.
Waiting for the autobiography at this point now.
Oh God. I don't know. Help me write that.
Did you ever in a studio whilst writing your songs with artists?
Yes.
So you must have seen I'm not that I'm asking who the artists are, but you must have seen a lot of girl talk moments in those kind of areas. And
yeah, you could say that. So I was signed to a label, and the owner of that label was in Blackstreet.
Oh, I love that band.
Yeah. I was signed to them for 4.5 years. And so you can imagine writing with some of them, and I can talk about the ones I wrote with, just not the songs I wrote. Okay. But writing with Teddy Riley and all of them guys it was awesome.
That's incredible. So I'm clearly more of a fan than yours than I actually even know. If that's what you're doing, that's insane. Wow.
It was. It was a good time.
Yeah.
You definitely need your own book.
Yeah.
It'd be a dark romance, but yeah.
This is our vibe. This is our vibe. Dark all day long. But yeah, it'll be great. Oh, you're amazing. I've just created. I've got another fangirl status now. So the author we had on before, she has written some of my favourite books, and they're all Y-tubes. So I've just been fangirling all over the shop today, and here we are again. I don't know how to keep my cool at all.
I don't mind. I don't mind at all.
Brilliant. I mean, you are free to go, because I can't cope anymore. But you've been amazing. It's been awesome talking to you. Echoes is absolutely taken me through the ringer, but I'm enjoying it. I've nearly cried. I've laughed. All of the feet kicking is happening, girls. So check out Aaron McLean and his series of sensational book boyfriends.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me on. I do. It's been fun.
We'll have you again, no problem.
Hey, until then, just chapters 24 through 27. You're good.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
How do I do this? Please. Thank you all for coming. But we do have Erin. Oh, I just brought my laptop downstairs. Tony, don't laugh at me. I can't cope with all of this.
I need a lighter.
I can't wait for the audiobook to come out. That is going to absolutely slap.
I need a drink now.
One you can't put on screen. Fair. I get it. Right, what was I looking at? Did you guys enjoy the show?
I did.
I really did. Thank you for coming to the Shady Book Club. We are almost done, but not quite. I just want to confirm what we're reading for next week.
Have you got it handy?
I do. Next week, I get to read No for an Answer